Saudi Arabia had big plans for a new city in the desert, a glass-walled project called the Line. This futuristic city was supposed to stretch for 105 miles and be a part of Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's vision to move away from oil. But now the plan's been scaled down. Instead of a city that goes on for miles, the Line is expected to be just 1.5 miles long by 2030. The original goal was to be part of Saudi Arabia's transition away from oil dependency, but with the new shorter length, it's clear this project isn't as grand as once thought. We're committed to releasing 2 videos a week. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more visionary builds. You see, the Line was supposed to be a new kind of city, a linear, futuristic stretch of buildings where about 9 million people could live on a footprint of just 13 square miles. This ambitious project is part of the larger NEOM development in Saudi Arabia. It was meant to redefine urban design with a massive budget of $1.5 trillion. But things haven't gone as planned. Bloomberg reported that some contractors have started letting workers go, signaling that the project is being scaled back. There have also been reports of changing visions, budget overruns, and an unstable lineup of key staff members. Some people involved with the project have described it as disconnected from reality. The projects also face criticism for other reasons. There were protests from the Hawitat tribe, who were upset about the construction on their ancestral lands. The reported execution of some tribe members raised serious concerns about human rights and the project's ethical implications. The news about scaling back the Line project comes as Saudi Arabia's Sovereign Wealth Fund hasn't approved the overall NEOM budget for 2024. This is happening amid dwindling cash reserves, signaling that there's some trouble in paradise. The Line was supposed to be a revolutionary linear city into Tabuk province from the Gulf of Aqaba, with all the hallmarks of a science fiction utopia. Now, though, it looks like that grand vision is getting scaled down, raising a lot of questions about what went wrong. The original idea for the Line seemed almost too good to be true. A narrow city just a few hundred meters wide, but stretching 170 kilometers. It was supposed to be all about convenience, with amenities just a short walk from anywhere you lived and ultra-fast trains zipping through districts to keep things connected. Promotional materials described it as a cognitive city and a civilization revolution, promising a future where everything was powered by artificial intelligence. But here's the thing, not everyone was on board with this grand plan. Critics wondered how realistic it was to build a city this long and narrow, especially in a previously overlooked part of the desert. Some even questioned the wisdom of investing $500 billion in a project that seemed too ambitious. But speaking out was risky. The last guy who questioned the idea faced consequences. In a place where dissent isn't really tolerated, critical voices can get silenced quickly. The uncertainty around the NEOM project isn't just about the money. There's a lot at stake for Saudi Arabia's image and its economy. If the Line flops, it could be a major blow to the country's future plans. The whole project was meant to showcase Saudi Arabia's shift away from oil dependency and position it as a leader in futuristic urban planning. But if things go south, it could bankrupt the country. Yet there's little room for open criticism or objective analysis in Saudi media, making it hard to get a clear picture of what's really happening. Now, even though plans have been scaled back, that doesn't mean progress has stopped altogether. Construction is still underway, focusing on specific sections of the original project. The Line, initially planned to stretch 170 kilometers, was supposed to consist of interconnected modules. These modules were to be 800 meters long and 500 meters tall, and the original plan included 135 modules. But with the recent decision to reduce the Line's length to just 2.4 kilometers, the scope has changed significantly. It's unclear how many modules will be built and if they'll maintain the original dimensions. Even with these changes, work continues on 4 modules in the hidden marina. Giles Pendleton, the chief operating officer of the Line at NEOM, recently released a video showcasing the progress on the construction site. The footage highlighted ongoing dewatering operations, which allow for deeper excavation in the hidden marina. The structure of the spine station is starting to emerge, along with the piling level for the marina modules. This is no small task, as the engineers have to create a 165-meter-wide waterway through buildings that are 500 meters tall. It's an ambitious engineering challenge. The Line and other significant projects are part of Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 initiative, led by the Public Investment Fund, PIF. The plan aims to transition the Saudi economy away from its heavy reliance on oil by investing in various sectors, including futuristic city projects like the Line. But these projects need a lot of funding, and the primary source of revenue for the PIF is oil. With a recent drop in oil prices, funding has become a concern. Saudi Arabia's cash reserves have also taken a big hit. Bloomberg reported that in 2014, the country's reserves were at $744 billion, but by 2024, That figure had dropped to $414 billion, reflecting the impact of falling oil prices and economic shifts. Saudi Arabia's initial hope was that announcing these mega projects would attract interest and investment from global investors. They had plans to increase foreign direct investment, aiming for $100 billion annually by 2030. Unfortunately, things did not pan out as expected. Saudi Arabia had high hopes for foreign direct investment (FDI) in 2023, expecting between 25 and 27 billion. However, the actual investment was only 19 billion, falling well short of expectations. This shortfall puts more pressure on Saudi Arabia to fund its ambitious projects through oil revenues, which are in decline due to lower oil prices. To potentially boost oil prices, Saudi Arabia might push for extending oil production limits by the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, or OPEC, which it leads along with Russia. Although these limits can help stabilize or increase oil prices, they're still not enough to reach the levels Saudi Arabia needs to finance its plans. Bloomberg Economics estimates that Saudi Arabia needs oil prices to hit at least $108 a barrel to balance its budget, considering domestic spending by the Public Investment Fund. But even with the recent increases, oil prices are still under $90 a barrel. This lower price point means Saudi Arabia has to fund many projects from its own resources, tying up significant money until these projects start generating revenue. As a result, the country's cash reserves have dropped to just $15 billion, the lowest since 2020. The financial pressure has pushed Saudi Arabia to seek funding from other sources. Recently, the country approached Kuwait, its smaller neighbor, asking for over $16 billion to finance various projects, including NEOM, the broader development project encompassing the line. The situation raises questions about whether Saudi Arabia can meet its Vision 2030 goals, given the reliance on oil revenues and the difficulty in attracting FDI. One crucial aspect of NEOM's success is the upcoming launch of its first project, Sindala. This project could have a significant impact on NEOM's future, especially the line. If Sindala succeeds, it might attract more investors to NEOM and restore confidence in its overall vision. But if it fails, it could be a blow to all NEOM's projects, possibly leading to further cutbacks or delays. The exact launch date for Sindala hasn't been confirmed, but construction's progressing rapidly. Saudi Arabia's approach to NEOM involves more than just traditional construction. The country aims to move towards cleaner energy sources, focusing on green hydrogen to reduce its dependence on oil sales. NEOM has invested over $8 billion in developing solar and wind farms, which will be used to produce green hydrogen. This aligns with the broader global trend toward renewable energy and sustainability. The NEOM project, expected to be completed by the end of 2026, aims to be the largest green hydrogen production facility in the world. This facility plans to produce up to 1.2 million tons of green ammonia per year, equivalent to 600 tons of green hydrogen each day. The green ammonia will be exported globally, which should help reduce carbon dioxide emissions, especially for heavy-duty transportation. Beyond the Green Hydrogen Initiative, NEOM has set up the region's first Hydrogen and Energy Innovation Center. This center is designed to advance research, development, and training in hydrogen energy, with a focus on green hydrogen production, storage, and transportation. NEOM has also embraced a more diverse approach to attract sports tourism and sponsors by launching Trohena, a ski village. Heavy machinery is currently being used to excavate and prepare the site. Trohena's plan to have ski slopes, indoor facilities, hotels, and restaurants connected by cable cars, with the goal to finish before the 2029 Asian Winter Games. Yet it's still unclear if they can meet that deadline. Given the ambitious claims of the line, no cars, no roads, and zero carbon emissions, people have been skeptical about how the city would work. To address this, NEOM recently signed a contract with WeBuild for a 57-kilometer high-speed railway on the northern coast of the Red Sea. The Connector South project will connect the Oxagon to the line city and transport logistics from the port of NEOM. This railway system is meant to reduce travel times, waiting periods, and pollution, aiming for efficiency and sustainability. The port of NEOM is another component of this futuristic vision. The port will run on renewable energy with a capacity to handle 12 million TEUs of cargo and 2 million square meters of logistics space. Self-driving vehicles optimized with AI technology will be part of the port's logistic hubs. With a total investment of SAR $7.5 billion, the port is expected to open in 2025, provided there's no setbacks. Despite these ambitious projects, the recent scaling back of the line has raised eyebrows. While some see this as a practical adjustment, others view it as a significant step back. As for the rest of NEOM, work continues on various other projects like Triman, Zainar, and Gidori. These projects seem more likely to succeed because they're smaller in scale and less complex than the line. Yet the scaling back of the flagship project has put a spotlight on the broader NEOM initiative, with many questioning whether Saudi Arabia's grand vision can withstand the challenges of funding, timing, and evolving technology. We're committed to releasing 2 videos a week. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more visionary builds.